right, this video is sponsored by Gamechanger Cosmetics, which is a cosmetic line started by my wife and I about 2 years ago. I'm super excited about this, So the plan was for us to take my 19 years of experience and reformulate a lot of products that I use to make them higher performing and with better ingredients. So we found a cosmetic laboratory locally here in Texas, set with the chemist, biologist, and for 2 years, man, I took all my pros and cons in the shave gel, which is my first product, and I told them the do's and don'ts. So one thing that makes this shave gel the biggest thing outside of a lot of stuff is the consistency. A great quality shave gel should be thick but not too thick. A lot of shave gels are thinner, which makes you have to use more and they run out faster. What happens with a thinner shave gel is that it pulls the skin because it doesn't grab. This is a thicker shave gel that grabs the hair so that the razor can glide right across, but it's not too thick to where it's clunky and leave residue after the shave is done. It's actually coated or it's full with aloe, so that way it moisturizes the skin pre and post shave. We didn't spare any expense with this. We took our time. It took me 2 years to develop it. I even designed the labels myself and little details like this with the bottle, right? You open it, you use some. Now you can lock it instead of having to press down, lose gel to close it. Like, we really took our time with this. So y'all go check it out at Game Changer Cosmetics. You won't be disappointed. Very quality. I wouldn't put my name on it if I didn't believe in it. So y'all check it out. Let me know what you think. Let's get back to the video. So welcome back to Game Changer. So in this video, we'll focus specifically on the low taper and how to achieve it. We'll talk about some more hair texture specific things because he does have a hair texture that I want to highlight the difficulties of. But first, let's talk about the method that I use to taper. So any haircut that I do, it comes with the two-line, two-space method, meaning right here, you just saw me insert the primary line. That line separates the hair from the skin. The secondary line, which is what I'm inserting now, separates the light hair from the dark hair. The reason why I like to break things down in steps is just like it's for any reason you would break anything in life down in steps. It makes it organized, easier to achieve the finished goal at the highest quality possible. Now, although I do this method with every hair type and every hair texture, every hair density, I modify it depending on that hair texture, hair type, and hair density. Now, with Isaiah's hair, he has a thick hair shaft, meaning the hair itself, per hair, individual hair is thick, but he does not have dense hair, meaning his hair is not thick, but he has a wide wave type of hair texture, very silky, which can be deceiving because it lays over his thin areas, making it look thinner or thicker than it actually is. Now, one way that I overcome that is I debulk. So debulking lightens or takes the bulk out of the area that I want that transition to shine through. So I know Isaiah hair texture, but if I didn't, I would debulk with a higher guard, maybe start with the 1.5 or 2. So I would like to, when you debulk, right, you want to debulk against the grain right here with a guard size higher, half inch or a half size or a whole size larger. So if I cut Isaiah down to a 1 or 2, I'll debulk with a 2.5 or a 3. That gives me space to work up and to take away some of that thickness. So after I debulk that secondary section, now I'll debulk again I'll go a guard size down. So I just debulk with the 1.5. Now I'm debulking with the 1. If you look, that area right there where I'm going to transition that ball fade, on that ball drop fade, what am I talking about? That taper fade, it gets lighter. So to walk you through the steps, primary line, secondary line. Primary section was taken out, which separates the hair from the skin with my clippers no guard. Then I debulked the secondary section, meaning I took away some of that thickness. I started with the 1.5, then I went to a 1. If you see right now, it's already starting to look like a beautiful low taper. Now, the tricky part of this hair texture is when you start to get to the crux of it, the very important details right there. A lot goes into the finished look, but not many people talk about the details. This is where it's very important to utilize every part and piece of the clipper. So I'll walk you through exactly what I mean when I say every part and piece of the clipper. Now, if you see I'm using the corner of my clippers, again, remember I told you, Isaiah, although his hair is dark and shiny, it's not thick. So when I debulk, I'm actually shining through on those not dense areas. So what I like to do is I like to make my workspace smaller, meaning, look right here. I'm using the corner of my clippers. Using the corner of my clippers allows me to do great detail work where in one certain areas where I wouldn't want to hit it because the hair is thicker, I can use the corner to actually hit exactly what I'm looking for. Now, I'll use a clipper. This is my 1/16th guard, which is a guard half a size smaller than a 1. And now I'm really hitting detail work. And again, this hair is very soft. It's like if you've ever did construction, or like, sorry for the example, but certain woods are harder or softer than others, meaning you can't be as aggressive. His hair is not thick at all. I mean, it's very soft. So I have to use more comb work to comb as I cut. Like some hair textures that's thicker, more coarse, you can cut, comb. With this type of hair texture, you want to cut, comb, or maybe cut, comb, right? If you listen to that again, it'll make sense. Meaning, I can't take as many strokes without readjusting that hair pattern as I would with a much more firmer hair texture. I hope that makes sense. Now, to achieve a beautiful look on the taper, you always want to blend in, for me personally, those sideburns. Now, I'm going to revisit some things with the taper because we have more time to talk about it. Let's talk about the steps again. Primary line was put in. Now, right now, I'm blending the primary line in with the primary section. The primary section is that light section that separates the hair from the skin. I don't want to take that section away, meaning I don't want to just fade and I don't want to cut until it's gone. I literally want to blend it up. What I'm doing is I'm blending my fade in section by section. So now that that primary section is blended in beautifully, I'm going to take this secondary section. Remember, what are we doing? We're debulking with the 1.5 guard. Taking my time, combing, cut, combing, cut, combing, cut, comb, cut, comb, cut, right? That sounds funny, but I'm actually walking you through the steps so you can hear it verbally. So as you're cutting, you can remember it. Cut, comb, cut, comb, cut, pull the skin. Why do I pull the skin, Devontae? When you tighten your workspace, it makes it much easier to achieve that desired look. Don't want to talk y'all ear off, but I really do want to walk you through my process that goes through my mind. Comb, cut, cut, comb, right? I'm studying as I do these steps. And if I see that it's coming together beautifully, I'm fine. Now, it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes I run into issues and I'm like, okay. But if I stick to my steps, the steps never change. I promise you, no matter what I run into, the steps never change. Again, watch, using the corner of the blade, not the whole blade, because of the hair softness. Depending on how soft the hair is, I know how much I can manipulate and play with it. These terms are wild, but you get what I'm saying. What am I doing? Large waves? I'm getting that overgrowth from around that edge up. So that way when I edge, the hair doesn't curl and want to run away. All right? Let me see. Corners. I'm hitting the edges again. And remember, comb is your best friend when tapering. I know we want to brush, but the brush clumps the hair together, making the hair wave or recoil. A brush does that. A comb lays the hair down in this natural growth pattern, spacing that hair so you can get the desired look. So that way when your clients, oh, right here, actually, I just ran into an issue. I took off more than I wanted to. This is a perfect example. Right there around where that arch would be, right there where I just combed. So now what I do, same steps, I just debulk a little bit more. So I take my time, never panic, okay? So y'all can finish watching. The video's coming to an end. On the next series, I'll show you how to edge up, and then I'll drop the whole full tutorial at some point. So I'll drop this, and then in a couple of hours, I'll drop the edge up portion. But watch this over and over again, study the steps. Although I'm talking you through it, watch my hands. Watch how I grip the head, tighten the skin. I'm light on the clippers. All right? Little details. If y'all have any questions about something I may not have went over or that I brushed through too fast, please comment, let me know. I appreciate y'all. See y'all on the next installment. Take care. Like, share, subscribe, and go cop some shave gel, man. For real, I promise you it's worth it.